Turn on the audio or subtitles in your language from the settings and enjoy this content however you like. Have you ever seen a horror movie so bad it made you laugh more than scream? Today, we're going to find out about the worst horror movies that ever hit the big screen. Get ready for a trip to the land of really bad movies. In this Cineando Films video, we're looking at the biggest fails in horror movies. Don't go anywhere. Horror movies have given us amazing films that have kept us up at night for decades, but they've also made some real movie disasters. So, what makes a horror movie truly bad? Terrible acting, silly special effects, plots that make no sense. When the audience laughs instead of being scared, something went really wrong. These are the movies that critics and audiences completely hated. We're going to count down from number 10 to the absolute worst movie of all. Let's start with number 10. Here we go. Number 10, The Happening by M. Night Shyamalan. A movie where plants attack humans by releasing toxins. Mark Wahlberg literally talks to a plastic plant. Critics tore it apart for its silly idea. Shyamalan lost all his good standing with this movie. Number 9. Birdemic, Shock, and Terror. The special effects look like they were made in Microsoft Paint. The acting is so bad it hurts to watch. It became famous because of how terrible it is. Now it has fans who watch it for fun. Number 8. The Room by Tommy Wiseau. It's not really horror, but it's scary how bad it is. The talking makes no sense, and the story is impossible to understand. It's shown in theaters as a cult classic. It's so bad it's good. Or maybe not. Number 7. Troll 2. A movie that has earned a place of honor in the Hall of Terrible Cinema. And ironically, it doesn't even have trolls. The bad guys are vegetarian goblins who turn humans into plants so they can eat them. The plot is a mess, set in a town called Nilbog, which is goblin spelled backward. The makeup looks like it was done by 5-year-olds and the acting is famously stiff, which gave us the iconic "Oh my God" scene, one of the most famous memes from bad movies. Its legacy is so infamous that they even made a documentary about its terrible legacy. Number 6. Ed Wood's Plan 9 from Outer Space, considered by many to be the worst movie ever made. The flying saucers are literally trash can lids hanging from visible strings. It was the last movie for horror legend Bela Lugosi, who died before finishing it. Wood used old footage of him and filled in with his chiropractor, who covered his face with a cape. The cardboard tombstones fall over when the actors touch them. Ed Wood had passion, but zero filmmaking talent. Number 5. The Wicker Man with Nicolas Cage. The original 1973 version was a masterpiece of subtle horror, but this remake is a festival of comedic madness. Nicolas Cage's over-the-top acting completely ruined the movie, but it gave us unforgettable moments. His legendary scream of "Not the bees" became a viral phenomenon, a moment of overacting so pure it overshadowed everything else. His unhinged performance turned a horror thriller into a comedy of errors, becoming meme material for years. But wait, the 4 worst are still to come. If you thought this was bad, what's next defies all logic. We're entering the top 4 of the biggest cinematic disasters ever filmed. Are you ready? Number 4. Catwoman with Halle Berry. While not pure horror, its very existence terrified DC Comics fans. The movie completely ignored the original story, turning the clever thief Selina Kyle into a graphic designer brought back to life by magical cats. The result was a storytelling and visual mess. The digital effects look like they're from a 90s video game, and the infamous basketball scene goes against all laws of physics. It won multiple Razzie Awards, and in a brave move, Halle Berry went to accept her award herself, thanking the studio for putting her in this piece of crap movie. Number 3, Giggly with Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. At the peak of Bennifer fever, the world expected their real-life romance to turn into explosive on-screen chemistry. That didn't happen. Their interactions are awkward and completely lack any spark. The movie was a huge flop, making only $7 million on a $75 million budget. But the real crime is the dialogue. Lines like, "It's turkey time, gobble, gobble," have become a symbol of bad movie writing. The media mercilessly made fun of this movie. Number 2. Battlefield Earth with John Travolta. This was Travolta's dream project, an adaptation of the novel by Scientology founder L. Ron Hubbard. Travolta plays Turl, a 9-foot alien with dreadlocks and nose plugs. The director decided to film almost every scene with a Dutch angle, tilting the camera constantly. The idea was to make it look like a comic book, but the result is visually tiring. Add to that B-movie special effects and a confusing plot, and you have a monumental disaster. Critics called it one of the worst movies ever made. Catwoman, Giggly, Battlefield Earth, 3 movie disasters that live on in infamy. Each one is a perfect example of how not to make a movie. It would seem impossible to top this level of movie incompetence. However, there's one movie that does. A movie so legendary in its badness that it has become a cult classic. Number 1 is going to surprise you. Here it is. In first place, we have a movie that didn't just disappoint, it made an entire generation of fans furious. M. Night Shyamalan's The Last Airbender. It destroyed a beloved animated series, stripping away the depth, humor, and heart that made it a classic. The performances are completely lifeless and emotionless, with dialogue delivered in a monotone, robotic way that makes the characters seem like empty shells. To top it off, they couldn't even pronounce the characters' names correctly, a basic mistake that showed a fundamental lack of respect for the original work. The whitewashing controversy was huge, with Caucasian actors chosen for heroes inspired by Asian and Inuit cultures, while the villains were actors of color. The element-bending effects are ridiculously bad. The infamous scene of 6 earthbenders sweating to move one tiny rock became a symbol of the movie's failure. This is especially painful because the original series was an animation masterpiece, praised for its complex storytelling and character development. Shyamalan clearly didn't understand the source material, removing all the joy to deliver a grim and soulless story. Despite its $150 million budget, it was a total critical and commercial flop, unable to connect with audiences or critics. The reaction was so disastrous that plans for a trilogy were immediately canceled. Fans called for it to be erased from existence, turning it into a lasting meme. Years later, Netflix announced a new adaptation, offering hope to finally redeem the franchise. This movie became a case study on how to ruin a beloved intellectual property, a lesson in what not to do. It's the perfect example of a failed adaptation, the standard by which other failures are measured. The failure was so spectacular that it practically ended Shyamalan's career for years, forcing him to rebuild his reputation from scratch. Honorable mentions that almost made the list. Sharknado, so bad it's entertaining. The Room deserves another mention for its cultural impact. Cats terrorized audiences in 2019. Movie 43, How to Ruin A-List Careers. The Emoji Movie, the dystopian future of entertainment. Jack and Jill, Adam Sandler at his worst. There are so many terrible movies we could make a whole series, but these 10 represent the worst of the worst. Now let's reflect on all of this. What do all these terrible movies have in common? First, poorly written scripts with no story structure. Second, incompetent directing that doesn't understand the genre. Third, over-the-top or completely flat acting. Fourth, cheap special effects that distract from the story. Fifth, studio interference that ruins the original vision. But these bad movies have a good side. They teach us to appreciate good cinema by contrast. They are perfect case studies of what not to do. They created a whole culture of midnight movies. They generated memes and humor that last for decades. In the end, even the worst movies have their place in culture. What do you think is the worst horror movie you've ever seen? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section of this Cineando Films video. If you liked this ranking, give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe for more horror movie content. Turn on notifications so you don't miss our next videos. Check out our other videos about the best horror movies. We'll see you in the next Cineando Films video. Until next time, thanks for watching Cineando Films. Have you subscribed yet? We are testing dubbing to reach more people. Tell us if it's helpful. Go to the video settings and activate it in your language.